Hola there everyone. I'm not just a chef, I'm also a Potterhead, a Marvel fan and a Star Trek lover just like all of you, and a massive gamer as well. And that's why today the chef cum gamer is gonna give you the perfect recipe for the perfect game night. All we need is a bag of chips, punching gloves to punch your friends when they make you lose, and of course good quality speakers and headphones to protect yourself from all the taunts and screams and insults that your friends and sometimes opponents throw at you. Oh yes, and some kick-ass games as well. But before we start, I have to remove some of this samagri. So, from Switch, Xbox, PlayStation to PC, every platform has something special in store for 2023. Today, I'm here to reveal to you some of the biggest and most anticipated games of 2023. So, fellow game lovers, brace yourselves. Guys, are you too a horror lover just like me? You know, we have our chadars on top of us, but we still keep watching those horror thrills. Well then, I've got the perfect game for you. Alan Wake 2. It's time to witness the unspeakable horrors once again, as the sequel that we all had been waiting for is here. The original game is all set to release in the year 2023. Developed by Remedy Entertainment and published by Epic Games Publishing, the game is riling up horror fans all across the world, guys.
This story is a monster.
The game is set to be released for PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows and Xbox Series X and S in 2023. Stellar Blade. Sci-fi lovers and action fans, this game is for all of us. Initially revealed as Project Eve, Stellar Blade had caught the eyes of stylized action game fans such as Bayonetta and Devil May Cry. The game gives an interesting twist to the genre by having a sci-fi setting as well. And we all know how much that works. I mean, just look at the collections of Avatar: Way of Water. The game is filled with interesting lore and fascinating set pieces. The game was revealed in Sony's September Showcase 2022. Hogwarts Legacy. Ever since this was announced, we Potterheads were over the moon, guys. We cannot wait to dive into the amazing world of J.K. Rowling's timeless modern classic fantasy, the Harry Potter. Hogwarts Legacy is going to be a role-playing adventure, which makes it all the more fun. It has elements from both the novels and the movies. The game is developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Mark the date, Potterheads. February 10th, 2023. The game will be available for PlayStation 5, 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One consoles, Nintendo Switch and PC as well. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. In the world of gaming, if there was one particular game that we all wanted a sequel, it definitely was the Final Fantasy series. That game was phenomenally good as it set a new standard in the genre with its amazing story and innovative gameplay. So it was only obvious that all of us gamers, the entire community, was overwhelmed with joy when it was announced that the legendary saga will have a part 2. This will only be available for PS5. Marvel Spider-Man 2. Marvel Cinematic Universe is loved across the universe. I mean, you remember the mayhem that happened during Spider-Man No Way Home? That exact mayhem is going to be repeated because it's time for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Sony PlayStation's critically acclaimed game from Marvel Studios is finally getting its much-deserved sequel. The first game received an amazing reception. I mean, why not? Who doesn't love Spider-Man? The important question is though, will Part 2 be better than the OG? This game will only be available for PS5. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Team Ninja's newest game, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, is hyping us gaming fans all across the world. From its great visuals and art style inspired by Sekiro and the Ghost of Tsushima, Wolong promises an amazing action adventure in a dark fantasy three-kingdom world. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is set to release on March 3rd, 2023. Available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS and PC. So, mark your calendars on March 3rd. Dead Space. Now we gamers love thrills, isn't it? And what better way to get thrills than when sci-fi and horror comes together? That's exactly gonna happen with Dead Space. The sci-fi horror returns to give nightmares to every player brave enough to venture into the cold dark world of Dead Space. Dead Space 2023 is a remake of the original game that came out on October 14, 2008. Been a long wait for the sequel, isn't it? Dead Space is a survival horror game that immerses the players in a world of no hope and darkness as unspeakable horrors lurk around in every corner to get a piece of the character's flesh. This game will be one of the earliest releases of this year, as it is reported for an initial release date of January 27, 2023. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. After the phenomenal performance of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch, the epic journey now continues in the brand new sequel, Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom have many aspects similar to the original game, such as the beloved open-world map. Tears of the Kingdom is expected to delve into the mysterious and dark past of Zelda's kingdom, Hyrule. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom will release on the Nintendo Switch on May 12, 2023. Resident Evil 4. Classics never disappoint, guys, and that is why this is so popular both as a movie and the game. The legendary zombie shooter returns to modern console gaming with the much-awaited remake of the fourth game of the Resident Evil series. After being kidnapped by a cult, our hero Leon Kennedy, star of Resident Evil 2, takes on a dangerous mission this time around to rescue the American president's daughter. The game is expected to bring next-gen features while being true to the OG RE4. It will be released on March 24th as one of the earliest games of 2023. Final Fantasy XVI. And last but not the least, the most hyped game of 2023 is without a doubt Final Fantasy XVI. The 16th installment of the Final Fantasy franchise is a much-awaited release for countless fans like you and I and followers of the game. Developed and published by Square Enix for PlayStation 5, this PS exclusive will bring a fresh take on the JRPG series. From 4K visuals, smooth frames per second, and many other next-gen qualities, Final Fantasy XVI is all set to break records this year. It is scheduled for a mid-2023 release. Well, there you go, guys. Your delicious game night menu is now ready. Which game would you like to devour first? So guys, drop your thoughts here and don't forget to watch this very space for more such content while I'm ready to fight it out with my fellow gamer friend.